Please welcome to the stage Nick Rettie, son of John Rettie, and he is accompanied by 2015 inductee Chris Collard, 2007 inductee Sue Mead, to speak for our legacy inductee.
All right, so I know you were all thinking, did I just see Mick Jagger in the room? So I was on the beach camping with John after a race a couple years ago, and I asked him, I said, let me ask you this. It's like, so in 1968, you were backstage photographing The Who, Rolling Stones, Pink Floyd, a few other groups. He was, in his mild British-mannered way, he was like, I said, and in the 70s, he joined Jim Ober and Trackside Photo to cover the first ORMHOF 1000, helped this little company called BF Goodrich Tires, introduced their tires to off-road racing, and worked with Rick and Roger Mears on the Mears Gang column in a magazine to which you were the editor. He was like, yeah. So John Rettie traveled all over the world for more than 5 decades doing his thing. He was highly, highly accomplished. But more importantly than that, he was highly respected by his friends, his peers, and the industry. And I thought to myself, I'm sitting across from this guy, why is he not inducted in the Hall of Fame? So I nominated him. In June, I found out that he made the cut, and I called him. It was a Friday. He was at a Burning Man event, of course. And I said, John, you made it. And he was like, wow, really? I said, yeah. So he was about as outwardly as excited as his mild-mannered British self would allow. The next night, he crawled into his tent and went to sleep, never woke up. So I will forever be grateful I did not wait to make that call, that he knew, for John's friendship. John Rettie was a good man. Sue Mead.
John made a difference. At first, in the world of photography, covering music and the arts, and when he came to the United States from England, he made a difference in the world that ORMHOF celebrates. His images of off-roading, its history and its people will now be an important part of his legacy and this culture. I have many favorite stories about John, but I want to just share one with you. In 2022, I was offered a job in Saudi Arabia to cover a women's rally, and I'd been there for 2 years with the Dakar. John had not been. I had a very low budget, but called him and said, would you join me? I don't have a lot of money to pay you, but I'd love to have you on board as a photographer. He quickly said, don't worry about the money, just pay for the airfare. That was John. He was generous. I'm delighted that he is now an inductee into the Off-Road Motorsports Hall of Fame, and also honored to introduce John's son, Nick Rettie.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Chris, for nominating him, and Sue for being such good friends and colleagues of his. I know he was honored by this. Like Chris said, he had told one of his burner friends that he was winning an award at SEMA. That was the first that I learned about it. He'd be proud to be here. He wouldn't want to be on stage. He didn't like being in front of the spotlight. He liked being behind it. But I have not been involved in this community for over 10 years now, but he used to bring me and my brother to races all the time. I think the first races I remember were the Baja 2000 and Rim of the World way back in the day. And I was 9 years old, and I got to see the impact that even some of my photos made on people. And I think that's why he did it. So all of that to say that as I go through all of his photos dating back to the 60s, I don't want those to be lost. I want them to be cherished by everyone who has captured them. So look out for his photos in the ORMHOF Hall of Fame collection soon. And just thank you, everyone.